Today's recipe is Bhagaray Baingan. Bhagaray Baingan, we need baigans, also known as brinjals or aubergine. You need these small round ones. If you don't have these, then we can use this as well. But this is for the authentic recipe, you need this size brinjals. You need 8 of them. So I'll show you how to make it with both of them. It's the same thing. So I've taken brinjals. Then you need 1 teaspoon of garlic paste, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of red chili powder, 2 small onions chopped. You need 100 grams of tamarind, pure tamarind, and then I've soaked that tamarind in 1 cup of water, and this is what I got. 1 cup of hot water. So you drain off the tamarind seeds and then you just keep the water. Then you need around 4 tablespoons of peanuts and 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds. We need to dry roast them in a pan, and after that what I've done is I've dry roasted the peanuts and the sesame seeds and I've blended into a nice paste with little water. So this is my sesame seeds and peanut paste, which I did already. Also we need coconut milk. You need 3/4 or up to 1 tin of coconut milk. If you're using coconut powder, you can come up to that consistency of making it 1 cup of coconut milk. Also we need cilantro as per the recipe. You just need a handful of it, 1 stick, 1 cinnamon stick, and a few curry leaves. So now first step is to fry these onions. So we'll just fry these onions in oil, and once we fry these onions, we'll remove it from the oil and we'll blend it in a blender into a nice onion paste. And while we do that, we will fry these brinjals too. Now the options of doing this, you can keep the stalk on or you can just chop it off and divide this into 4, like I'll show you. You don't have to cut the whole brinjal, you have to be very careful. So I don't like keeping the stalk, but usually people do like it. I don't do it, so I just remove off the stalk from the top, and then I just make I just do this with the knife and make 4 quarters, and this is what I'll do with the rest of my brinjals when I'm ready to fry. So right now I'm not ready to fry. I'll wait till the onions are done, and once they're done, then I'll move on to doing the brinjals. The onions are done. Now I'll remove it from the pan and we'll blend this into a nice paste. I've just removed the onions from the pan. Now I'll keep this for cooling and we'll go on to frying our brinjals. So I've already chopped one into quarters, but not completely, just 3/4 of the brinjal. I'll do the same for this. With the stalk, just till this much, and then I'll just dip it in the oil. Usually when people fry these brinjals, they leave the stalk on and then cut the 4 quarters from bottom here, but I don't do that, so that's why I just chop the stalk off and do this way. So we'll fry them till they're 70% done. Now with this, since they're not round, I just like cut bigger pieces. And we just do 4 here and just put it in. This is if you don't get round brinjals, then you take this big one. For this recipe, ideally you need 8 round small brinjals. I'm just adding all. Give it a good stir. And I'll wait till these brinjals get cooked, 70%. I've covered my pan with a lid because the oil does splash. I've added little extra oil too because I want to not completely deep fry these brinjals but just fry them nicely. But since the oil splashes around, I've just put the lid on to avoid the oil flying all over. Now while that's being done, I will make a paste of the onion. So we'll just start the process with that. I've just completed blending the onions. I'll just remove the blade from the food processor. Now while the brinjals are being done, I'll add the red chili powder to my onion paste. I'll add in the coriander powder, cumin powder. Also I'll add the garlic paste. And you can add salt if you want right now. You can add salt later. Choice is yours. I'll just add it right now. Give it a good stir. Now we'll use this paste again. We'll cook it in oil. Now I'll keep this aside and we'll check out brinjals, how they're doing. They look 70% done. So I'll just remove it at this point. See, I just put the knife through and it goes nicely in. So I'll just remove from the oil. And keep it aside. Now in the same oil, I'll add in 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds. I'll add in the cinnamon stick. I'll add in my curry leaves too. If you have green chilies or whole green chilies, you can add the whole green chilies. If you have whole red chilies, you can add whole red chilies. Be careful, the oil does splash. With a good stir. We'll let this saute for about a minute. While this is sauteing, I'll also, in the same onion paste, I'll add it to my sesame seeds and peanut paste. Mix everything well. Just mix it all well. Now the cumin seeds have been frying for at least 2 minutes. I'll pour this onion paste in this oil and let it cook for about 3 minutes. Give it a nice stir. So we'll just saute this for about 3 to 4 minutes. This has been cooking since 4 minutes. Now I'll add in my brinjals. Give it a good stir. Saute it for another 2 minutes. That's sauteing for 2. Now I'll add the coconut milk. Give this whole thing a good stir again. I'll also add the tamarind juice at this time. Stir it well. And we'll let this cook for at least, we'll let this cook till the oil begins to float on top. And if you think this has become thick, then we'll add water. You can add 1 cup of water to it. Just add water. You don't have to worry if there's too much water in this, because the gravy is good when it's cooked. It's tasty, it's still tasty. So now I'll let this cook till the oil starts floating in the Bhagaray Baingan. The Bhagaray Baingan has been cooking since 20 minutes. Now let's see if it's the oil has begun to float and if it's cooked. And just give it a stir. The oil is started, it's already floating on top. The brinjals have softened too. So your Bhagaray Baingan is actually ready. You can have it with rice, naan or roti. And also you could garnish it with a few mint leaves, cilantro leaves, whatever you have. You could do. If you don't have any of these leaves, that's alright. You don't need to garnish them. So I'll just give it one more stir. Bhagaray Baingan ready to serve.